What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Now, before I start, I just want to apologise for yesterday's video. Just the audio. I actually say this in tomorrow's video as well, but whenever I release content, I always want it to be the best that it can be. And now, I know I don't do a lot of editing and stuff like that, but the final product, I still want to be good, you know, and that you guys are going to go and enjoy. And I feel as though yesterday kind of wasn't really that. Like, the content, yeah, it was still there, and the commentary was still there, but I think just the sound of it and just the way it was, like, I wasn't happy with it, and a few of you guys weren't happy about it either. So I just want to apologise for that there. So I have gone, I actually had all my videos for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday done and uploaded, but I have since taken those ones down, and I am in the process of going and re-uploading. I've recorded tomorrow's video already, which is my career reborn in the Big Bash League with the Sydney Thunder, and I've actually come back in the same game that I did record yesterday, that I took 4 for 21 in the first innings. But obviously the commentary was a wee bit funny in that as well. So re-recording in the second innings, having a bowl. So we took 4 for 21 in the first innings. We scored 51 with the bat in our first innings of batting, which was quite funny because all of a sudden I just realised that I raced away to about 30 odd in no time at all, and I hadn't really played any stupid shots, no lofted shots. It was all just good cricket shots. And because of that, yeah. But then when I got to 50, obviously I did the thing, and I wanted to go and get stuff recorded because I want to make sure that I'm done and dusted in time for the Black Caps game, which is kicking off today. Well, it kicked off today at 2 o'clock. You guys are going to be getting this video at the normal time that you get it of 7 o'clock. So by the time that's done, we'll probably be just into the start of the second innings. I think it's about 6 o'clock that they break. I think it's about 6 o'clock that they break for the change of innings, and then you've got about 45 minutes there. So by the time you're getting it, it should just be the start of the second innings. But saying that, you know, someone could bat first, someone could bowl first, and someone could just absolutely rip through them, or someone could go and score, you know, close to 400. I mean, both teams, both New Zealand and South Africa, have been close to 400. Well, South Africa's gone past 400 actually. I think they've done it twice in a row in the tournament. And New Zealand very, very close in the quarterfinal game against the West Indies, thanks to Martin Guptill's 237 not out. They scored 393, so very close to 400. So it should be a very good game and a World Cup debut for either team that goes and wins, because neither of them have been to a World Cup final before. South Africa won their first ever knockout game in the quarterfinals, which is quite strange because you think a cricketing nation like South Africa, that's a very proud cricketing nation and always seems to be there and thereabouts around the world #1. Yeah, I find it very surprising that they haven't gone and made a final. But a lot of people have said that they are chokers and they got the chokers tag. Who knows? Maybe they'll go and maybe this is their tournament. Maybe this is New Zealand's tournament. You know, maybe India can go back to back. Maybe Australia can go and, you know, they didn't win it in 2011. But they won it. Did they win it? I think they won it in 99, 03, and 07. So they won it 3 times in a row. So to win, for Australia to win, if Australia won this World Cup, I should say, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, Johan Botha. Take that. Take that. If Australia were to win this World Cup, it would be very impressive. It would be their 4th World Cup in 5 tries, which, I mean, when you think about it, and you think how close you know, like cricket is, especially, you know, when you got to the quarterfinals were hard to pick. I mean, Australia, Pakistan, everyone was saying Australia were going to win, and they did win. But saying that, Pakistan started off the tournament slow, but then they started to play some really, really good cricket. That is a very cheeky shot there, Philip Hughes. That has gone almost straight over my wicketkeeper. If he was standing just a wee bit further back, he would have taken it cleanly. But yeah, Pakistan, towards the end of the tournament, started playing some very good cricket. New Zealand and West Indies, I mean, West Indies are one of those teams that if they turn up on the day, and if they play well, that they can go and they can beat anyone. India, Bangladesh, that was probably the only one that was going to always be safe and secure, that India were going to win. And who was the other one? South Africa and... Who did South Africa play? South Africa and Sri Lanka, which was a bit of a surprise. I thought that was going to be a hell of a lot closer than it was. But... yes, South Africa just really going and really turning the screws in that game. And I guess for them, mentally, it shows that they can do it in those later stages. And I think really that's probably what was playing on the South Africans' minds, is getting that first knockout win. How did I bowl him there? I don't care. I'm not complaining. I got the wicket, but how did I manage to go and bowl him there? And anyway, back to that. As I said, I think I said maybe in yesterday's video, or maybe it was Sunday's. I don't know. It was something. But I was talking about mentality in sport and how a lot of sport, you wouldn't think it, but a lot of it is the mental side. And I think for the South Africans, now that they've got that knockout win, the sky's the limit for them. Because, I mean, they have the team. They have probably, out of the teams that are left in the top 4, I think, well, actually, it's hard to say, because I think New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa have a very good balanced team. But then again, saying that, India have gone and found, I guess, their method for success as well, which I think has been their way for a long time, with Dhoni batting at 6 and playing the 2 spinning all-rounders of Jadeja and Ashwin. And that works for them. And it's the same for New Zealand. Like, New Zealand have gone, they've got a blueprint, and they'll basically stick to it. Like, they won't go and change too much. They won't change the batting order. They won't change the, as we just changed the field here, they won't change, like, the way they bowl. Like, Trent Boult is one of those players who, if New Zealand are going well, and if he picks up early wickets, he will bowl 10 straight. He will bowl 10 straight. And they'll go, and I mean, it's worked all this World Cup for New Zealand. And I think it is a pretty good strategy to go with. Like, McCullum's kind of, he's figured out that if you have the opposition, if you have the foot on the opposition's throat, what is the point in bringing in, say, the likes of Grant Elliott, Corey Anderson, and Kane Williamson, your part-time bowlers? You may as well go for it, put your foot down, put your foot on the throat, and if that means that you're going to go like they did against England, with Southee and Boult almost bowling through, and you're going to bowl them out within 30 overs, then so be it. Sometimes it may not work, and I mean, it didn't work against, I can't remember who it was. They played against someone in one of the games, and it didn't quite work, and Grant Elliott had to bowl at the death. And I mean, that's not ideal, because he is more on the side for his batting and just being a part-time bowler. But more times than not this tournament for New Zealand, that strategy has worked. And because it has worked, there's no point going and changing it. You know, a lot of things, or a lot of people say that when you get to do or die games that you have to change, you've got to play a bit more conservative. But if you've been playing a certain way all tournament and you've been winning, what is the point in changing? What is the point in changing and going and doing something that, yes, you may be familiar with from the past, but recently what you are doing has been very successful? Why go and change that? Why change it when it is working? And I think that's what New Zealand need to do. I think New Zealand still need to go and play aggressive against South Africa. Because it's one of those things, if Trent Boult goes and bowls early and picks up wickets, you know, if we get the danger men and we get the likes of De Villiers and we get Du Plessis, you know, we get the top 4, we get them out quickly. And then it goes and it puts a lot more pressure on the likes of the all-rounders, you know, of the David Millers, the finishers of the team. It puts a lot of pressure on them to go and try and construct an innings and stay around for the whole innings rather than going and just coming out for a wee 20-30 ball cameo. And I think if we can do that, if we can get early wickets against the South Africans, I think we are in for a good shot. But I think it all just depends on who bats and who bowls first. I think that really is going to come down to it, because a lot of times I've said, especially when I've played in finals in this game, is that when you're in a final or when you're in a knockout game, if you bat first and you get anything like a decent score, anything on the board, pressure immediately is on the team batting second. And if you go and do what New Zealand have been doing and picking up early wickets in this tournament, all of a sudden that scoreboard pressure rises. And that required run rate keeps going up. And players go and they see that on the scoreboard and they're like, wow, we need to go and get a move on if we're going to go and do anything in this game, if we're going to go and get anywhere. So I think it all just depends on that. And I think the game, both semi-finals, is really just going to be dependent on which team turns up on the day. And I know that India and Australia, you know, they've had the big sledging thing, and they've had the big summer against each other. They played a lot of tests against each other, played a lot of one-days against each other. So they know each other inside out. Saying that, the Indian side that is playing in this World Cup is different to that side that was playing in that Tri-Series. And I think that is the same for New Zealand, because I was thinking about this last night. When South Africa came to New Zealand to play in like 3 off one-days, we got absolutely smoked. Saying that though, it's the same thing as the Indian team. That is a different side. It is a different side. There's a different mentality, a different mindset that is going on in those New Zealanders' heads now than what it was, say, 8 months ago when South Africa came and toured here. So either way, it's going to be a very, very interesting game, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Don't have work on Sunday. Really looking forward to just plonking my ass on the couch and watching the final. No matter who it is between, it's going to be a great game of cricket, because all 4 nations that are in the semi-finals, not only are they the top 4 ranked ODI sides in the world, but they are all playing great cricket at the moment. So it is going to be, even for the neutrals, it is going to be a great game to go and watch. We really need to go and pick up some wickets, because I've just gone and I've spun some yarns today, people. I don't even know how long this video has been going for. It feels like it has been going forever, and we just can't go and pick up these final couple of wickets. I really want to, because I really wanted to go and finish it up quickly, go and end off the game so that you guys can see how I went in the first innings, how I went with both bat and ball, because at the moment, I'm kind of looking at man of the match stats right here. And if we could go and pick up these last couple of wickets, pick up a 5-foot, it's definitely going to be ours. I just have a feeling that it is going to go, and it is going to be ours. But we're just having a bit of trouble going and dislodging the wicketkeeper and his tail. It would help if I could go and bowl straight. And I actually said this, I think I said this in the video that I had recorded for today, is that I'm not really playing too much Don Bradman cricket at the moment. Like, apart from doing my career mode videos, they're basically coming almost one after another at this stage. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm just not really playing it too much at the moment. Just don't really have the time for it. I've got a lot going on at the moment. Oh, beautiful. Someone else picked up a wicket. That's good. This is going to be my final over, though, anyway, guys. And hopefully we can go and pick up those last couple of wickets. I like that. I like it when they're playing aggressive. I like it when they go and take a good swing at it, because that means that they're going to go and take some risks. And hopefully that means that we can go and pick up these last 2 wickets. So we're not going to go and pick up the 5-wicket bag, but it would be nice to go and pick up a couple of 4s, though. Big dive from Kane Richardson. Don't know why it was necessary, but that's alright. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on, we got this. If we get Timmy Ludeman, I've got a good feeling that we can get the number 11. But he's just solid. That is a really solid defensive shot. It's real nice when you play a real nice defensive shot and it doesn't just stay down at your feet. Like, it goes away and it will go to the fielder. That's nice. When I play a defensive shot, that's what I like to see. It's just not happening for us, though. It is just not happening for us today. We just cannot seem to pick up the wickets at the vital moments when it matters. Just as I say that, we almost go and get a wicket. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Alright, final ball of the spell. We'll go and have a quick wee look at the scorecard as I'm doing my outro, just to see what has been happening in the first half of this game. As we only go for two singles off the first ball. And that's a pretty good spell bowling so far, 2 for 16. South Australia only have a very narrow lead. It's at about 40 at the moment. So that is what we like to go and see. But anyway, guys, do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. I just want to apologise again for yesterday's video, just the audio. I feel a little bit embarrassed about it. And I hope that you guys are going to go and continue watching and know that it was just like a one-off thing. And hopefully we can go and move forward from that and it won't happen again. But anyway, guys, as I said, hope you've enjoyed this. Tune in tomorrow. I'm going to have my career reborn. Day after that, which is the second semi-final, Australia versus India. I've actually got a FIFA Uncovering Pompeii series. Not very good timing, I know. Come on, the Black Caps. Hopefully they can go and get up. And we'll see you tomorrow.